The billionaire couple burns $500 million without blinking, all to hire a madwoman from a psychiatric hospital as their future daughter-in-law, not for love, but to save their hopelessly love-brained son. The man had already been completely possessed by a high-level scheming woman. The scheming demanded $100 million in exchange for leaving their son. A check worth $100 million was handed over instantly. But the moment the couple turned their backs, the show began. The scheming woman cried on the phone like a victim. She claims his parents humiliated her love with money. She blamed her low status and pretended to sacrifice herself. She even staged a breakup to tighten the leash. The son explodes when he gets home, a full-blown war with his parents. No explanation gets through. He refuses to believe she's a gold-digging manipulator. In his eyes, the scheming woman was flawless. He even threatens his life, forces his parents to pour endless resources into her family. Within 6 months, a small workshop became a local empire. The parents finally realized one brutal truth. To defeat a top-tier green tea, you need a darker one. So they turned their eyes to the mental hospital. There lived the girl once adopted by the scheming woman's family, the real final boss. $500 million and absolute freedom. The girl smiled without hesitation. She accepted the mission. She reappeared as the man's fiancée from the countryside. Her first day on campus, the humiliation scene was already loaded. She watched the man kneeling on the ground, begging the scheming woman for forgiveness. The scheming woman looks gentle and restrained. She claimed the gap between them was too big. She said she wasn't worthy. This push and pull poisoned the man perfectly. His obsession grew deeper. He promised endless resources until she felt safe. Only then did she reluctantly accept him. The girl stood aside, silently judging. She saw stupidity wrapped in devotion. Soon, the scheming woman heard about the fiancé. She immediately switched to victim mode in public. She pretended to step aside gracefully. She claimed to give the man to the girl. The crowd swallowed it whole. They crowned her as the true lover. They labeled the girl as the intruder. They promised punishment. The girl walks toward the classroom. She notices a trap on the door, but she pretends not to see it. She pushes the door open. Water splashes down. She is drenched instantly. Mockery fills the room. They tell her to go back where she came from. The scheming woman steps forward, kindly. She says everyone just can't accept betrayal. She asks the girl not to blame them. The girl finally decided it was time. She slowly removed her mask. Beauty detonated the room. Silence swallowed everyone. And the scheming woman froze because she recognized that face. The nightmare she personally buried. The girl lowers her gaze, fragile and pitiful. She makes it clear she has no intention of ruining their relationship. The engagement was arranged by elders beyond her control. She only wanted to study in the city and make new friends, and she begs the scheming girl to stop targeting her. Her restraint wins instant sympathy. Classmates step forward, offering friendship. The scheming girl panics. She can't let this girl ruin her plan. So she exposes the girl publicly, claiming the girl is her deranged sister who escaped a mental hospital. She paints herself as the victim, saying the girl was an adopted daughter who bullied her since childhood, and now dares to impersonate a fiancé to steal her boyfriend. The class turns instantly. Cruel words fly toward the girl. They even try to drive her away. The girl remains calm and wounded. She says she has no intention of competing for the boy. So why is she being framed like this? She points out one simple fact. Mental hospitals aren't places you can enter or leave at will. The logic lands. Doubt creeps into the crowd. They turn to criticize the scheming girl for venting jealousy on an innocent person and fabricating such vicious lies. The scheming girl finally starts to lose control. The girl presses further, calmly stirring the fire. She suggests the scheming girl might be insecure, afraid she isn't worthy of the boy's love. That line shatters her disguise. The scheming girl erupts in rage. She curses wildly and lunges forward, trying to shove the girl to the ground, but the girl catches sight of someone in the hallway. The boy is approaching. She leans in and whispers to the scheming girl, then lets herself fall backward, perfectly landing in the boy's arms. Her sharp gaze turns instantly frightened, like a startled white rabbit. The boy's protective instinct ignites on the spot. The scheming girl freezes. Losing control again, she raises her hand to strike. The girl hides behind the boy in fear. He grabs the scheming girl's wrist, stopping her before things escalate. He calms her down, clearly choosing sides. The scheming girl instantly softens, but the classmates speak up. They defend the girl, pointing out her kindness throughout, while the scheming girl refuses to let things go. Seeing the tide turn, the scheming girl switches tactics. She apologizes in public. The girl graciously forgives her. The boy offers the girl a small gift as a greeting, then presents an expensive gift to the scheming girl. The scheming girl smirks, mocking how well the simple hairpin suits the girl. The girl doesn't argue. She casually gives the gift away, handing it to the scheming girl's close friend, saying the scheming girl must have given her many expensive things before, and hopes she won't mind this one. The friend is stunned. She admits she's never received a gift from the scheming girl. She excitedly takes the girl's hand, declaring her best friend from now on. Public opinion flips again. Everyone demanded the scheming woman give gifts. The girl steps in to ease the situation, but receives a furious outburst instead. Even the boy can't stand it anymore. He hands the girl a bank card, telling her to buy whatever she likes, because she deserves the best. With effortless precision, the girl wins the first round cleanly. The mad woman from the psychiatric hospital was strolling across the field. A basketball suddenly flew straight at her face. She reacted instantly. Feigning fear, she dove straight into the boy's arms. The sudden closeness steals his breath. His heartbeat betrays him. Before he can react, a middle-aged couple rushed in aggressively. A slap landed hard across her face. Accusations followed like knives. They blamed her for ruining another woman's happiness. They threatened to send her back to the asylum. The girl didn't scream. She only looked at them innocently, as if seeing strangers for the first time. That denial ignited fury. The woman raised her hand again, but the boy blocked it midair. The man pointed at the girl. He labeled her as their mentally ill adopted daughter. They painted a cruel past. She claims the girl bullied the scheming woman since childhood. 5 years ago, she went mad. That chaos sent her into the hospital. They insisted she had returned under a fake identity for revenge. All eyes turned to the girl. The boy demanded the truth. She nodded slowly. They thought she had confessed, but then her eyes filled with tears. She wished their words were real, because having parents and siblings would mean belonging, even if it meant being beaten and bullied every day. But she had none. She was destined to be alone. That broke the rhythm. The boy believed her. She is the orphaned fiancée he was promised. The couple refused to stop. They accused her of acting. They searched for proof. Phones were checked. Not a single photo existed. They tried the psychiatric hospital. The number was dead. Every record had vanished, erased cleanly by unseen hands. There was nothing left to prove. The boy lost patience. He grabbed the girl's hand to leave. That was when the scheming woman appeared. She claimed recognition without blood ties. She insisted they grew up together. She reframed everything as relapse. She demanded the girl be taken away by force. The girl struggled weakly. She told the boy not to interfere. Her fragility hit its peak. The boy's instinct snapped. He pulled her free. He condemned their cruelty, accusing them of framing an innocent girl. The girl retreated strategically. She hid beside him with tears in her eyes. Tears shimmer in her eyes. She denied ever competing for him. The scheming woman exploded. The boy snapped back. She insisted again. The girl responds softly. Maybe she misses her sister too much. That longing blurred her judgment. The scheming woman froze. The boy is done. He shakes her off without hesitation. He walks away with the girl. The girl had won again. The scheming woman could only stomp in place.